at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He will wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hey everybody, welcome. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare
Beats by SV.com.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Beats by SV.com.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna.
Purchase your tracks today.
Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Caitanya, Nityananda Gauranga, Sri Krishna Caitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Caitanya, Gauranga Nityananda,
Beats by SV.com.
Nityananda, Sri Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Purchase
Krishna
your
Krishna,
tracks
Hare
today.
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Beats by SV.com.
Gauranga Nityananda. Hey, all glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees of Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
It's LC the beat guy.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Whoa! Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda. Woo-hoo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Wow, Krishna, Hare Hare. Woo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Woo! Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Woo! Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Woo! Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama.
I'll see the beat God.
Gauranga Nityananda. Hare Hare. Woo-hoo, Krishna. Ah. Woo.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami.
Whoa, Krishna.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze
Krishna, Hari Hari, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhupada, Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ooh. If anybody wants to come on, here's the link coming up. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We'll chant some japa now. Yes. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, good evening over there. Put your microphones on. Let's chant some of the holy name. Associate with Krishna, Vrindavan, and Radha. And all the devotees, they're all attracted, so they follow those two. We follow them. We all follow them. Yes, it is. 417 hertz. 417 hertz. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama.
Krishna. Oh my Lord Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna
Rama,
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Rama Rama, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama.
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Oh,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama.
My guru disappeared.
Yes, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Oh,
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna. I'll be
Rama,
right
Hare
back.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
My
Hare
camera's messed up.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Rama
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Wow. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama 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 Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Prabhu Nityananda.
Rama.
Dear Radha Srila Adhikora Bhakta Vrinda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Jaya
Krishna,
Jaya Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya.
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Prabhu
Krishna,
Nityananda.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Sri
Hare.
Chaitanya
Rama, Rama,
Krishnasara.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Adhikora
Rama,
Krishna,
Bhakta
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Jaya
Rama,
Rama,
Jaya
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Prabhu Nityananda.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Sri
Rama Rama, Hare
Chaitanya
Hare.
Krishnasara.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Sri
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Hare Rama Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
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 Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare
Rama Rama Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Sugardana,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Nityananda Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nityananda
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Shri
Hare Hare.
Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Shri
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Shri
Hare Hare.
Krishna Chaitanya
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Shri
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Chaitanya
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Shri Krishna Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Shri
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare.
Rama Rama,
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Shri
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Shri
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Shri Krishna Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Shri
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Shri
Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Shri
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Shri
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Shri
Guru
Krishna
Nityananda Shri
Shri
Krishna
Hare
Shri
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare.
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hari Ram Hari
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Krishna,
Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Hare Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hari 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 Ram Hari Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hari Hari
Hare Rama,
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama,
Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari Hari Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama,
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari Hari
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama,
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Hari
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hari Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Hari
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama,
Hari
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Rama Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hari Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hari Hari
Hare Rama
Hari
Hare
Ram Hari
Rama
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 Hare
Rama Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Ram Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Rama Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Ram Hari Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama,
Ram Hari Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Hari Ram Hari Ram
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hari Ram Hari Ram Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hari Ram
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Ram
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama.
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Sound
Rama
problem.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama
Where's this song coming from?
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri
Jai Jai
Chaitanya
Sri
Jaya
Chaitanya, Jai
Nityananda
Nityananda,
Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Guru Bhakti Vrita.
Chaitanya Mangal, somewhere in this book here. As the days passed, he enjoyed pastimes of ecstasy in this way. Every evening he sang and he danced with great joy. Everyone, please hear these words. To taste the nectar of love for himself, the Lord's primary purpose in coming to the Lord's primary purpose in coming to this world. To deliver the conditioned souls was his secondary purpose. This I know. This is why I say he is the crest jewel of all avatars. All avatars remain in Lord Gore's body. Oh, let's see, I'm going to lose this here. Okay, I got to go back again. All the avatars are his companions. They are all his servants. When Lord Gaurachandra was manifest in Navadvip, the blinding darkness in the hearts of the world's peoples fled far away. So that's what we've done here. We're manifesting Lord Caitanya again through glorifying his name and his pastimes and qualities. So he appears, see, and he takes away our darkness. Isn't that nice? And easily. You know, people are doing all these, like we talk so much, austerities and renunciation, all this stuff. And because we have this good fortune to be associating with the transcendental form of the Lord, and we feel it. We feel him. He feels us. See? And therefore, this darkness, whoever comes into this association, he drives the darkness out of their hearts too, very easily. See, so the Lord is very powerful. That's why he's, I from all angles, I can't see anybody better to take shelter of, to talk about, to glorify, who takes away our ignorance, our stupidity, our foolishness, our lack of qualification, our lack in everything. So easily. That's how powerful Lord, he's God, the Lord. Yeah. The most powerful devotees of the Lord are not the ones who are, the most powerful devotees are his devotees at residents of Vrindavan. So that's why he came. That's why he's so powerful, because he came like a devotee of Vrindavan, and people, he had the strength to deliver the whole universe, and still does. Well, just a drop of his mercy is look look. This is a drop of just a small drop of his mercy, man. Look at all the happy devotees here. Yeah, grateful, happy, free. They like to associate with Lord Caitanya. That's what it's all about. If you like to come to these classes and to chant with the devotees, mingle with them, that's it, man. You're now a friend of liberated souls, simply because you have attraction to that. And simply because others who don't have attraction to that, to those kind of rare souls, they're not liberated. They're not in a liberated condition. You have to be attracted to devotees who have this bhakti. Yeah. To deliver the conditioned souls was his secondary purpose. This I know. That is why I say he is the crest jewel of all avatars. All the avatars remain in Lord Gore's body. All the avatars are his companions. They are all his servants. When Lord Gaur Chandra was manifest in Navadvip, the blinding darkness in the hearts of the world's people fled far away. The effulgence of his mercy extinguished the flames of suffering burning in the hearts of Kali Yuga's peoples. The devotee associates of the Lord became like chakavaka birds overwhelmed by drinking the nectar, moonlight of ecstatic love. Oh, that looks like that's going on here again. Yeah. Only where Lord Caitanya is can this go on. So let's see here. I'm going to read some. We'll read something that way because I can have somebody else read here. So we'll go to open your books up to Chaitanya Charitamrita. Madhya Lila. Or Madhya, wait. Madhya Lila. And let's see. Yeah. Madhya Lila, chapter 15. Mm-hmm. So let's see here. River, why don't you read Madhya Lila, chapter 15? You have your book?
Marge, I'm on Ranga's computer. I just got to get it up.
Okay, so I'll have Lalita read. You can get
Yeah.
that stuff up there. And,
So, it was Majulila.
Majulila.
go ahead there, Lalita. Chapter
Okay.
15.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you.
Whilst Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. I think there is an echo.
Oh, sorry, it's my fault.
While Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was seeking prasadam at the house of Sarvabhaumacharya, Amoga criticized him. Still the Lord accepted him, thereby showing how much he was obliged to his devotees. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Nityananda Prabhu. Oh, glories to Advaita Chandra. And oh, glories to all the devotees of Lord Caitanya. Oh, glories to the listeners of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita who have accepted it as their life and soul. While Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while he stayed at Jagannath Puri, he constantly enjoyed chanting and dancing with his devotees. In the beginning of the day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he saw the deity of Lord Jagannath in the temple. He offered him obeisances and prayers and danced, and he sang before him. After visiting the temple, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would remain outside during the Upala Bhoga offering. He would then go to meet Haridas Thakur and return to his residence, sitting in his room. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would chant on his beats, and Advaita Prabhu would come there to worship the Lord. While worshipping Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Advaita Acharya, he would offer him scented water to wash his mouth and feet. And then Advaita Acharya would smear with very fragrant sandalwood poop all over his body. Sri Advaita Prabhu, he would also place a flower garland around the Lord's neck and tulsi flowers. And tulsi flowers on his head. And then with folded hands. Advaita Acharya, he would offer obeisances and prayers unto the Lord. After being worshipped by Advaita Acharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would take the dish containing flowers and tulsi and with whatever paraphernalia remained, worship Advaita Acharya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would worship Advaita Acharya by chanting the mantra, whatever you are, you are. But I offer my respects to you. In addition, the Lord would make some sounds within his mouth, and he would make Advaita Acharya laugh. In this way, Advaita Acharya and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would offer their respectful obeisances unto each other. Advaitacharya would extend an invitation to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again and again. Indeed, Sri Advaitacharya's invitation is another wonderful story. It has been very vividly described by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Since Advaitacharya's invitation has been described by Vrindavan by Vrindavan Das Thakur, I shall not repeat the story, but I shall say that other devotees also extended invitations to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Day after day, one devotee after another would invite Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the other devotees to lunch, and would also hold a festival. All the devotees remained at Jagannath Puri for 4 continuous months, and they observed all Lord Jagannath's festivals with great pleasure. The devotees celebrated the devotees celebrated the festival of Janmashtami, Krishna's birthday, which is also called Nanda Mahotshvara. The festival of Nanda Maharaj. At that same time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees, they dressed themselves as covered boys. Having dressed up like covered boys, all the devotees, they carried pots of milk and yogurt balanced on rods over their shoulders. And as they all arrived at the festival grounds, chanting the holy name of Hari, Kamani Kutiya dressed himself as Nanda Maharaj, and Jagannath Mahiti dressed himself as Mother Yashoda. At that time, King Mantra was also personally present with Kaji Mishra and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Tulsi Padi Chapatra. As usual, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu it tells jubilantly. Everyone was covered with milk. Yogurt and yellow turmeric water. At this time, Sri Advaita Acharya said, please do not be angry. I speak the truth. I shall know that you are a coward boy only. If you can will. If you if you can will this roundabout, accepting Advaita Acharya's challenge, Chaitanya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He took a big rod and he began to wheel it around and around. Again and again, he threw the rod into the sky. And he caught it when it fell. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wheeled and he threw the rod. Sometimes over his head, sometimes behind his back, sometimes in front of him, sometimes to his side, and sometimes between his legs. All the people loved to see this. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu whirled the rod in a circle like a firebrand, the heart of everyone who saw it was astonished. Nityananda Prabhu also played at whirling the rod. Who can understand how they were ecstatically immersed in the deep emotions of the coward boys. Following the order of Maharaj Prataparudra, the temple superintendent named Tulsi brought one of Lord Jagannath's used clothes. This valuable cloth was wrapped around the head of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
You want to read a little bit, River? Thanks, Lalita. That was great.
Which chapter, Lalita?
15.
Okay. Verse.
Just a minute, I will look.
Okay.
27.
27.
Yeah, if anybody is like feeling burning in their heart, it's purification. It's your karma and all kinds of things being burned up here in this fire. It's a fire, and later on it just cools down. It's an easy way of purification. So you're very fortunate, whoever's feeling that burning. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you, Maharaj. Okay, 27. Following the orders of Maharaj Prataparudra, the temple superintendent named Tulsi bought one of Lord Jagannatha's used cloths. This valuable cloth was wrapped around the head of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The other devotee, headed by Advaita Acharya, also had cloths wrapped about their heads. In ecstasy, is it? Can I, Maharaj? Can I? Is it Kutya, who was dressed as Nanda Maharaj, and Jagannath Mahiti, who was dressed as Mother Yashoda, distribute all the riches they had stocked at home. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was greatly satisfied to see this, accepting them as his father and mother. He offered them obeisances. In great ecstasy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to his residence. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, known as Gauranga Sundara, performed various pastimes. On the day celebrating the conquest of Lanka, a day known as Vijaya Dasmi, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dressed up all his devotees as monkey soldiers, displaying the emotions of Hanuman. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took up a large tree branch and, mounting the walls of the Lanka fort, began to dismantle it. In the ecstasy of Hanuman, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu angrily said, "Where is that rascal Ravana? He has kidnapped the universal mother Sita. Now I shall kill him and all his family." Everyone became very much astonished to see the emotional ecstasy of Sri Chaitanya. And everyone began to chant, "Oh glories," again and again. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees participated in the festivals, including Rasa Yatra, Dipavali, and Uttana Devasi.
Yeah, that's an interesting pastime, with the what Lord Caitanya said. Ravana had kidnapped Sita, and I will kill him and all of his family. And basically that's just what happens. Our bhakti has been kidnapped. The devotion in our heart's been kidnapped, and so we're destroyed because of that, and so is all of our family line. See, this is why this is now reestablishing our real family line, and it delivers our family, the forefathers, 21 forward and backward, however that goes. But that's what happened. Basically, Sita Bhakti has been kidnapped by Ravana, see, and kind of held in prison. That's the dormant love of Krishna, which we all have. It's dormant. It's in prison. See, so this process that we're teaching and showing and easily awakens Sita, awakens that devotion. See, it takes it out of prison. See, and liberates your family line, liberates you, liberates your family, liberates this family. It's great, isn't it wonderful? It's so funny how the Lord he's in an ecstatic mood and he makes these comments like that. It's just like it's so perfect, you know. Yeah. See, and so anyway, this is the truth, man. You know, it's just the way things work that nobody knows because Sita in them, the devotion, has been kidnapped by Ravana, which represents the Maya, you know, and imprisoned and imprisons that bhakti. Just like Sita was taken to the kingdom of Ravan. That's the material world. See, it's the kingdom of Ravan and put in prison. You know, she was imprisoned. Um, and so who liberated her? A devotee, Hanuman, right? Hanuman came over there. Yeah, he freed Sita. So that's how it's done. So it's always truth, truth, truth. Pretty amazing. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Maharaj. Like one day, the two brothers, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, consulted with each other while sitting together in a solitary place. No one could understand what the brothers discussed between themselves, but later, all the devotees could guess what the subject matter was. Thereafter, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called for all the devotees and asked them to return to Bengal. In this way, he bade farewell. He bade farewell to them. Bidding farewell to all the devotees, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested them to return to Jagannath Puri every year to see him, and then to see the cleansing of the Gundichi temple. With great respect, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested Advaita Acharya give Krishna consciousness, devotion to Krishna, even to the lowest of men, Chandalas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Nityananda Prabhu go to Bengal and without restriction manifest devotional service to the Lord.
Isn't that amazing? I got the same order in 1996. Isn't it the way through Prabhupada? This has my approval, he said. You're doing exactly, do more of that. See, and what is that? The same order, because you can see its nature is Krishna consciousness being distributed and manifest. See, manifest devotional service, pure devotional service, even to the lowest persons. And not only is it manifest, do you just kind of see it, but people are feeling it. Look at you guys. You know? you're it's in you now. It's not just you're seeing some carnival here, but it's coming. It's manifesting inside you. You got the ghost. You've been ghosted.
Thank you.
And because, you know, like, think about it. I mean, you people coming to Krishna consciousness, the Lord gave that order 550 years ago. That would be like a real bummer if I would come to Krishna consciousness now and well, that was only for 550 years. Sorry, you just missed the boat, man. It's like kind of like Janaki, what they used to tell her because she just missed Prabhupada initiation from like some months or something. And you really missed the boat. See, so no, this you know, whenever you just have to look for the signs and the symptoms of this mercy again, and that's here now. See, so it's the same kind of thing. People, we're manifesting Krishna consciousness to even to the lowest person. Manifest, no attainment thing. Forget about that way. Too hard, too lack, and all these austerities. You got to be a superstar devotee, you know. the most exalted Vaishnava, and it's only for you because you're so great, and no. Even to the lowest persons, the highest Krishna consciousness is being given again. And that's so wonderful. Anybody, you can come into this association. If you do, very easily you'll get the heart burning. Hey man, you know how hard that would be to get your heart burning, to burn up karma? You'd have to do like severe austerities to get even a fraction of that. And here you could just come here and get your heart on fire. Oh my God, that's amazing. The Lord's made it very easy. Even the purification, just come sit in the dentist chair and the Lord will do surgery, heart surgery. It's amazing, simple. Tarun, you got to hear carefully for something between the laughing sound. But all I hear is the laughing. I don't know. I hear everything. I don't know. Maybe there's something you're thinking about or something. I don't know. Yeah. So go ahead. Continue.
Okay. Give Krishna consciousness, devotion to Krishna, even to the lowest of men. Oh, I'm on this one. Sorry. Go to Bengal and without restriction, manifest devotional service to the Lord, Krishna consciousness.
I like that. I just love that. I got that same friggin' order. That's amazing. I like that. I love that word, without restriction. They hate me for that. I'm the only unrestricted servant of Lord Caitanya. Everybody has all these restrictions. They're put on restriction. And go Haridas without restriction, this does this thing, man. No problem, man. Hey, man, I got the orders. I got my papers. You got your papers? No papers. No, you ain't got any papers. I got my papers. I like that. Prabhupada said the same. Without restriction, Gauri, the same thing. You do it, has my full approval. See, same thing. Without restriction, my full approval. Same meaning. Do more of that. Look, people getting it. Look at Amy, Fanny, getting the highest revelations, man. They got the comforter. Oh boy, they got comfort. Man. They're in the comfort zone, man. You come here, man. You come right in. You'll be real quick in the comfort zone. Maybe you'll be a little uncomfortable for a while, but you'll settle in due course. River knows.
Maharaj, I've had so many restrictions in my life, in all directions. But this, no, this has just opened it all up. Whatever restrictions I have, and this many in my life, this has just opened up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hey, Govinda is good. He's got a warm place for a while. Probably could use it.
He's having a great time.
Yeah, don't get rid of that. Keep that caravan. You never know when you get some.
I'm not getting rid of the caravan, Maharaj.
Yeah, good.
No, the caravan's not going.
Yeah, just keep it there forever.
It looks like he's rooted there.
Did you might say keep Govinda there forever?
He's the caravan. Maybe. No. Okay. I need to remember these two. Well, I want to note down these two verses, Maharaj. Okay. 43.
How's Ranga doing over there? Is he okay?
He's gone to bed.
Oh, he's gone to bed. Okay, that's okay.
Oh God, I keep thinking I'm on my computer. He seemed really, really tired. He went out today. I think that's just tired him. Really tired him. What do you say? He's really tired since he's been out. Okay. Nityananda Prabhu was given assistants like Ramadas, Gadadhar Das, Dasa, and several others. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I give them to you to assist you. I shall also go to see you at intervals, keeping myself invisible. I shall watch you I shall watch you dance. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then embraced Srivas Pandit and with his arms about his neck began to speak to him in sweet words. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested Srivas Thakur perform congregational chanting daily and be assured and be assured that I shall also dance in your presence. You will be able to see this dancing, but not in others. Okay, I've done something. I'm sorry, Maharaj, for a moment.
Why don't we let Tom? Why don't we let Tom read a little bit? Give him a chance to.
47, Tom.
Great, thank you, River. That's awesome.
Take this prasadam of Lord Jagannath and this cloth and deliver them to my mother, Sachidevi. After offering her obeisances, please request her to excuse my offenses. I have given up the service of my mother and have accepted the sannyas order. Actually, I should not have done this, for by so doing, I have destroyed my religious principles. I am subordinate to the love of my mother, and it is my duty to serve her in return. Instead of doing so, I have accepted the renounced order. Certainly, this is the act of a madman. A mother is not offended by her mad son, and knowing this, my mother is not offended by me. I had no business in accepting the renounced order and sacrificing my love for my mother, which is my real property. Actually, I was in a crazy state of mind when I accepted sannyas. I am staying here at Jagannath Puri, Nilachala, to comply with her orders. But at intervals, I go see her lotus feet. Indeed, I go there daily to see her lotus feet. She is able to feel my presence, although she does not believe it to be true. One day my mother Sachi offered food to Salagrama Vishnu. She offered rice cooked from shali paddies, various kinds of vegetables, spinach, curry made of banana flowers, fried patole with nimba leaves, pieces of ginger with lemon, and also yogurt, milk, sugar candy, and many other foods. Taking the food upon her lap, mother was crying to think that all that food was very dear to her Nimai. My mother was thinking, Nimai is not here. Who will accept all this food? As she meditated upon me in this way, her eyes filled with tears. While she was thus thinking and crying, I immediately went there with great haste and ate everything. Seeing the dish empty, she wiped her tears away. Wow. She then began to wonder who had eaten all that food. Why is the plate empty? She wondered, doubting that Bala Gopal had eaten it all. She began to wonder whether there had actually been anything on the plate in the first place. Then again, she thought that some animal might have come and eaten everything. She thought, perhaps my mistake. I did not put any food on the plate. So thinking, she went into the kitchen and saw the pots. Then she saw that all the pots were still filled with rice and vegetables. There was some doubt in her mind, and she was astonished. Thus wondering, she called Ishan, the servant, and had the place cleaned again. She then offered another plate to Gopala. Now, whether she prepares some good cooked food and wants to feed it to me. Whenever she prepares some good cooked food and wants to feed it to me, she cries in great anxiety. Being obliged by her love, I am brought there to eat. Being obliged by her love, I am brought here to eat. Mother knows all these things internally and feels happiness, but externally she does not accept them. Such an incident took place on the last Vijaya Dashami day. You can ask her about this incident and thus make her believe that I actually go there. While describing all this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became a little overwhelmed, but just to finish bidding farewell to the devotees, he remained patient. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next spoke some relishable words to Raghav Pandit. He said, I am obliged to you due to your pure love for me. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then informed everyone, just hear about the pure devotional service rendered to Krishna by Raghav Pandit. Indeed, Raghav Pandit's service is supremely pure and highly accomplished. Apart from other commodities, just hear about his offering of coconuts. A coconut is sold at the rate of 5 gandas each. Although he already has hundreds of trees and millions of fruits, he is still very eager to hear about the place where sweet.
I like that when he says, "I'm obliged to this devotee because of his pure love." There's no other. The Lord has no other obligation to anybody else except to those who have this spontaneous devotional love. He's not obligated to them, and nor are the devotees obligated to the Maya. Because of their ecstatic love. They feel like obligated to the Lord, because of being given this gift. It's just, it's so amazing. This how the Lord is. He came to show that nature, and who wouldn't want to be a devotee where the Lord feels himself indebted to the love of a devotee, because he's inside everybody's heart. He's just and he wants to taste. It's like he wants to taste this. His mouth is the devotee, and he wants to taste this through people. And so that's the whole point, is is waking devotees up, so that the Lord can taste his own self through them. Taste the nectar of his potency. Otherwise, the devotee is incomplete and the Lord feels himself incomplete. He's always complete with his devotee. So he has so many, So that's the pastime, why the Lord is on this eternal, there's so many unawakened persons who need this kind of schooling. Talk about an in-demand job. Can you see why Lord Krishna or Jesus said, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. See, the harvest, is the harvest. Everybody's potential. They all have this possibility inside them, just needs to be awakened. And the Lord has given it very easily. Now, since this incarnation, that's why people, whoever comes and takes what we're doing seriously, look how easy it is for them. The Lord's obliged to those devotees like Amy Rose and Lalita Ganga and Janaki and Fanny's and Govindas, because of their love, for Krishna, love for God, their attraction. See, the mercy they received. See, we're very privileged. See, like it's just like I got the order. See, Nityananda got the order, and you've been given assistance, just like he was given assistance, right? So we work together, to promote this beautiful thing, this beautiful pastime of delivering the conditioned souls so easily. Where else are they going to get an easier path? So that's what Krishna consciousness is generally so hard, because there's so many rules, like any religion, so many rules, regulations. But the burden isn't taken off. That was what Jesus said. He says, the Pharisees, you only had the power to give rules and fastings and teach people to be Brahminical or whatever they call that, their take on it. But you can't take their burdens off. It's only awakening of this devotion. Even before that, your burdens come off. Just by hearing from the devotee, all that's troublesome to the heart begins to go, because you start to get truth, and your ignorance is dispelled, and that is relief. You don't have to act according to these ignorant things, concepts, these lies that we've been taught. You don't have to go and chase gurus who are not really qualified. People think they're obligated to do that. No, you're not obligated to chase Maya. You're not obligated to do that. If you come here, you're like the Christians. And the Christians, they went, and it was the Sabbath, and they were hungry, but they surrendered to Jesus. They surrendered to the deeper path. The liberating path, the one who came to take their burdens away, and they just went and ate corn on the Sabbath day, just like you guys on Ekadasi. You don't pay it any mind, but you ask any Vaidhi Bhakti out there, they take it very seriously. What, you don't follow Ekadasi? Well, follow or don't follow, it's up to your mind. You don't have to. We eat corn on the Sabbath day, so what? Like they did. See why? That's a symptom of having the mercy, special mercy of the Lord. And, what are you going to do? I'm not going to sit there and hide. We don't follow Ekadasi. They get burnt out, bummed out because you're too attached to these rules. That's a rule and a regulation. It's one out of fear, right? Oh, if I don't do this, I'm going to kill my guru. Have you killed your guru yet? Has Gaur Das died because you didn't follow Ekadasi? So, a lot of this fear stuff in the rule, right? There's, so we don't need that. We have the love of Krishna. Krishna is obligated because of that love. He's not obligated because you did the rules and regulations. That'll just give you at best a desire to attain him. And then when you hear talks like this, and if he gives you good sense, you'll come over here, and then you'll get Krishna. It'll be given to you. All you have to do is accept the path of ecstatic devotion from ecstatic devotees. Yeah, that's what we're here is to give the path of ecstatic devotees as a gift. And like all givers need acceptors, right? And what is the meaning to giving if two people don't accept? But if you do accept, if you hear this preaching and get the good sense to accept, then boom, it works. You will feel liberated. You'll feel purified. You'll feel lifted. You'll feel really deeply happy and grateful. and you'll feel all these wonderful signs and symptoms of this eternal relationship with the Lord in your heart. What a great path! What a great service we got, you know. Just to come and talk about the truth, discuss the truth on Facebook Live and all these platforms. My God, what a great service to humanity. Yeah. And this message can liberate everybody. Yeah, the dead become grateful here. Or otherwise, you're the ungratefuls, the ungrateful dead. Come here, you'll become the grateful alives. Well, we got a special guest today. Are you ready for it? Here he is, Freddie, 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 Freddie. Guest reader, go ahead. You want to read something different? Whatever you want to read. We're going to give Freddie the option. He's obligated the Lord because of his love for him, his dedication to Sadhu. I don't think the guy has missed a day in 5 years.
I made a promise to Radhe to come in the live stream, and now she will come too, but I want to see her.
We're watching for it. So go ahead, read whatever you want.
Which verse you ended, Tom?
Around 70, but you have free choice, he said.
Yeah, I will just continue where you left off.
70.
70, okay, thank you. Apart from other commodities, just hear about his offering of coconuts. A coconut is sold at a rate of 5 gandas each. Although he rarely has hundreds of trees and millions of fruits, he is still very eager to hear about the place where sweet coconuts are available. He collects coconuts with great endeavor from a place 20 miles away, and he pays 4 panas each for them. Every day, 5 to 7 coconuts are clipped and put into water to keep cool. At that time of offering, Bhoga, the coconuts are again clipped and cleansed. After holes are made in them at the Lord top, they are offered to the Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna drinks the juice from these coconuts, and sometimes the coconuts are left drained of juice. At other times, the coconuts remain filled with juice. When Raghava Pandit sees that the juice has been drunk from the coconuts, he is very pleased. He then breaks the coconuts, takes out the pulp, and puts it in another plate. After offering the pulp, he meditates outside the temple door. In the meantime, Lord Krishna, having eaten the pulp, leaves the plate empty. Sometimes after eating the pulp, Krishna fills the plate again with new pulp. In this way, the fate of Raghava Pandit increases, and he floats in an ocean of love. One day, it is so happened that about 10 coconuts were properly clipped and brought by a servant to offer to the deity. When the coconuts were brought, there was little time to offer them because it was already late. The servant holding the container of coconuts remained standing at the door. Raghava Pandit then saw that the servant touched the ceiling above the door and then touched the coconuts with the same hand. Raghava Pandit then said, "People are always coming and going through that door. The dust from their feet blows up and touches the ceiling. After touching the ceiling above the door, you have touched the coconuts. Now they are no longer fit to be offered to Krishna because they are contaminated. Such is the service of Raghava Pandit. He did not accept the coconuts, but threw them over the wall. His service is purely based on unalloyed love, and it conquers the whole world. Thereafter, Raghava Pandit had other coconuts cleansed and clipped, and with great attention he offered them to the deity to eat. In this way, from distant villages, he collects excellent bananas, mangoes, oranges, jackfruits, and whatever other first-class fruits he has heard about. All these fruits are collected from distant places and brought at a high price. After trimming them with great care and purity, Raghava Pandit offers them to the deity. Thus, with great care and attention, Raghava Pandit prepares spinach, other vegetables, radishes, fruits, chipped rice, powdered rice, and sweetmeats. He prepares cakes, sweet rice, condensed milk, and everything else with great attention, and the cooking conditions are purified so that the food is first class and delicious. Raghava Pandit also offers all kinds of pickles such as kashamdi. He offers various scents, garments, ornaments, and the best of everything. Thus Raghava Pandit serves the Lord in an incomparable way. Everyone is very much satisfied to see him. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then mercifully embraced Raghava Pandit. The Lord also offered all other devotees a farewell with similar respect. The Lord also respectfully told Shivananda Sena, "Take care of Vasudeva Datta very nicely." Vasudeva Datta is very liberal. Every day, whatever income he receives, he spends. He does not keep any balance. Being a householder, Vasudeva Datta needs to save some money. Because he is not doing so, it is very difficult for him to maintain his family. Please take care of Vasudeva Datta's family's affairs. Become his manager and make the proper adjustments. Come every year and bring all my devotees with you to the Gundicha festival. I also request you to maintain all of them. The Lord then, with great respect, extended an invitation to all the inhabitants of Kuninagrama, asking them to every year and bring silken robe to carry Lord Jagannatha during the Ratha Yatra festival. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, Kunaraya Khan of Kuninagrama compiled the book named Sri Krishna Vijaya, in which there is a sentence revealing the author's ecstatic love of Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "The son of Nanda Maharaj is my life and soul. By this statement, I am sold into the hands of the descendants of the Gunaraja Khan. To say nothing of you, even a dog living in your village is very dear to me. What then to speak of others?" After this, Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraya Khan both submitted questions at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Satyaraya Khan said, "My dear Lord, being a householder and a materialistic man, I do not know the process of advancing in spiritual life. I therefore submit myself unto the lotus feet and request you to give me orders. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, without cessation, continue chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Whenever possible, serve him and his devotees, the Vaishnavas. Upon hearing this, Satyaraya said, how can I recognize a Vaishnava? Please let me know what is a Vaishnava. What are his common symptoms? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is topmost human being. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna once, a person is relieved from all the reactions of sinful life. One can complete the 9 processes of devotional service simply by chanting the holy name. One does not have to undergo initiation or execute the activities required before initiation. One simply has to vibrate the holy name with his lips. Thus even a man in the lowest class, Chandala, can be delivered. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one dissolves his entanglement in the material activities. After this, one becomes very much attracted to Krishna, and thus dormant love for Krishna is awakened. The holy name of Krishna is an attractive feature for many saintly liberal people. It is the annihilator of all sinful reactions, and is so powerful that, save for the dumb who cannot chant it, it is readily available to everyone, including the lowest type of man, the Chandala. The holy name of Krishna is the controller of the opulence of liberation, and it is identical with Krishna. When a person simply chants the holy name with his tongue, immediately effects are produced. Chanting the holy name does not depend on initiation, pious activities, or the Purashkarya regulative principles generally observed before initiation. The holy name does not wait for any of these activities. It is self-sufficient. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then finally advised, one who is chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is understood to be a Vaishnava. Therefore, you should offer all respects to him. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then turned his attention to 3 persons.
I saw there's an interesting part of that verse there is the holy name doesn't wait for you to do these rules and regulations and all that. But actually now the holy name is waiting for these people because they're waiting. They don't, oh, no, we can't come and see, because if there are so many people chanting and they're not feeling they're really getting rid of sinful, you will feel it. You'll feel unburdened and relieved. You won't be looking morose or crazy, or, if you're really getting the relief. Well, maybe sometimes, but, you're on your road to increasing sanity. But the holy name is waiting for people to realize, oh, let me come into the association of ecstatic devotees who have that result already. And then you'll start to feel these symptoms that he's talking about, relieved from sin. You feel relieved, like when you go to the bathroom and that number 2 coming out there, you feel relieved, right? You got rid of something. You feel you're not constipated, right? You feel relieved. Well, what do you think it is with the sins and everything and the ignorance we've accumulated? And when you feel relieved of that, you experience that. A lot of people, they're just living with it. Like people that are constipated, they get used to it, being blocked up and all that stuff. But, By the way, I found a great thing for it. Time for a commercial. This stuff is great. If you are constipated, this stuff is really wonderful. It's called this. It's Sim. What is this Sim? What's that? You know what this stuff is? It's and this is the leaf part. It's the natural. You know what that is there, River? This it's they usually put it in something. Here, let me see what this is. Forgot the name of it. They put it in teas and diet teas and stuff like that. But anyway, if you get it in the leaf form, it's really good. It's amazing. I mean, like, wow. What I'm finding out is when people touch these things, like medicines, they make medicines from these things, from the herbs. But when they do it, it messes it up. It's like it makes it artificial and it doesn't work as good. So these things are in a natural state. It starts with an S, a Sima something. Sensa.
Is it
Senna leaves. Get this, man.
You gave me that 4 years ago already.
Not this, not the
Not
leaves.
even not that, it was a powder.
The powder. See, the leaves. It's all in the leaves. Yeah, the leaves. It's natural. I learned from this doctor who was talking about this stuff. People, when they start chopping it up and processing it, then it starts messing up. But the leaves are fantastic, very natural and good. So anyway, that's it for the commercial. But get the senna leaves, man, if you can find them. Go ahead there, Freddie. Ready, Freddie?
Where's Radhe? She's supposed to come. She's in the backstage.
Is it crackling for anybody else? Because when Freddie talks, it's crackling. Okay.
Yeah, it's crackling. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm trying to put you up, Radhe, but it's not coming. Maybe I have to do it this way. Let's try this. Maybe this will work. There we go. There you are. All right. The beautiful smile there. Look at that happy girl. Our post woman. They're getting robots to do your job soon, so start studying something else. Luckily, most of us are not working regular jobs.
There is something with the sound here, and it drops completely. I barely can hear you. So I will go out and I come in again. I have to refresh, I think.
No, you're doing okay. We hear you.
Perfect. Yeah, but I barely hear you.
Oh, well, don't worry. I'm going to be quiet now.
So shall I continue to read?
Yes, continue to read, my friend. Okay. Yeah, and don't get the powder, man. No powder. The leaves, the natural leaves, before they chop it up and do whatever they do. Watch out for the government. They're always messing with this stuff.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then turned his attention to the three persons, Mukunda Dasa, Raghunandana, and Sri Narahari, inhabitants of the place called Kanda. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the son of Marasachi, next asked Mukunda Dasa, "You are the father, and your son is Raghunandana. Is that so? Or is Srila Raghunandana your father, and you are his son. Please let me know the facts so that my doubts will go away. Mukunda replied, Raghunandana is my father, and I am his son. This is my decision. All of us have attained devotion to Krishna due to Raghunandana. Therefore, in my mind, he is my father. Hearing Mukunda Dasa,
You see the importance of that? I used to quote that all the time. I wrote articles about that because this is what people don't know. They look at externally like, oh, this person's more advanced because they were initiated 3 months or by Prabhupada and all that. But really, your real father is the one you attained ecstatic devotion. See, so you may have a Shiksha like Prabhupada or anybody else, but if you didn't attain ecstatic devotion, then you move on to Shiksha Guru. And when you attain, that's why they're your spiritual father too. It's more so. Even Prabhupada taught that. He said Shiksha Guru is even more important than the Diksha Guru. And what the meaning is, especially when we finish the work of the awakening here. A lot of Prabhupada disciples don't understand that, and that's why they go away. See, they're stuck on this. No, it's only Prabhupada and all that, and they disrespect Shiksha Guru. It's the same Krishna in Prabhupada and in Shiksha Guru. Now look, they see the people. It's this pride thing. You see, the father was a true recipient of the mercy of Lord Caitanya, which has the true humility and perfect conclusive understanding. So he knew that yeah, well, I received devotion to Krishna. I didn't have it before, but I received it through my son. Therefore, he's my spiritual father. So watch what Lord Caitanya says to confirm. Go ahead.
all of us have attained devotion to Krishna due to Raghunandana. Therefore, in my mind, he is my father. Hearing Mukunda Dasa give this proper decision, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirmed it, saying, yes, it is correct. One who awakens devotion to Krishna is certainly the spiritual master.
See, that's conclusive. Isn't that beautiful? That just solves all the problems. But do people accept that? No. They no. Gaur Hari Das is not an authorized spiritual master, even though so much devotion to Krishna is being awakened in the Sangha, and actually nowhere else that I've seen. To me, this is more of a spiritual master principle being worked out here than anywhere else, because you see what the Lord confirms as true. So it's his decision that should be right. Otherwise, you're speculating. Otherwise, you think you're better than Lord Caitanya. And you know how that shows up? You think you're better than a real guru because you go against their conclusion, which is the real conclusion of Lord Caitanya. Am I saying anything different or just making that clear? Yeah, just making it crystal. Is it crystal? Well, you Vaishnavas and ISKCON and all those other groups, and if you don't give respect to the absolute conclusive truth, you wander in illusion. The truth is your rope. Your truth is the understanding of a devotee who worships the Lord in ecstatic love, because they have the real understanding, the real knowledge. And those who don't, which are most, teachers and Brahmins and sannyasis in a varnashram system, you listen to them because of what they address, but you won't listen to a conclusive devotee. But whoever does, you get the result of listening to Lord Caitanya, which is deliverance. The word of God is simply this. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. It's always spoken by a real empowered devotee. Always. That's why it's the word of God. That's why Krishna says, I come as my devotee, as, not only through, as my devotee. They're so close, like you wouldn't believe it, closer than your nose. Okay? Beautiful verse. Could wipe away all illusions of anybody who is ready to understand conclusive truth and be liberated by it. You're liberated by the word of a real associate of Lord Caitanya who speaks like Lord Caitanya. He speaks the conclusive understanding of everything. And then freedom. How can the illusion, how can a false guru bewilder you if you hear and you hear this knowledge and you're purified by hearing this and you realize, oh, why should I go to anybody to give them to believe in them, to believe in their word if their word is different than Lord Chaitanya's conclusion? And the real devotee, see, that's the real devotee. And Lord Caitanya confirmed it, and I confirm it too. I confirm it in many ways, by the word and pointing your nose in it, and also showing that the Lord is actually pleased because love of Krishna is awakened in you and taking away your obstacles, turning them into popsicles. I wrote a poem like that. Sachi's got it somewhere. Yeah, so that's it. I just love that. It's so important. And if people will understand that verse, and that's why you need a real clear purport on it to show how valuable it is. That's why you see the disciples here who get love of Krishna are so grateful naturally. Gratefulness awakens spontaneously in your heart. Yeah, why wouldn't you? You're being delivered so easily, and you know where you came from, and a lesser path than this. Okay. Go ahead there. Any comments or questions on that? Anything you want to say? Anybody? This is a worthy thing to discuss. What do you guys think?
You just explained very well who is really advanced or who is not. When we see in a religious institution, they often see advancement in terms of age, but it's not like that. It's always, the qualification is always that if you show symptoms of devotion, then you are really advanced, then you are really the guru. And we can see the symptoms in our Sangha with several devotees here who have these symptoms, and they are actually the gurus for the world, for the ignorant people. But those people who represent them as gurus and are not ecstatic, they are really not the gurus at all. They just speculate about the deeper meanings of Shastra, and they actually delude themselves and they delude their disciples, and they are not able to deliver themselves or to deliver their disciples. That's always the case, what we see in ISKCON, in Gaudiya Math, or wherever. So a devotee first needs to do a very serious investigation about who is a real guru, and search for quotes in Shastra, who is the real guru, and those who are awakened on the level of pure unalloyed devotion. That is the standard of the real Vaishnava, the real guru. We have to take shelter, and if we take shelter just from those gurus who are still under the three modes and have some intellectual understanding of Shastra, well, then you get something on that level, but that's not the ultimate goal. You need to find where pure love is, and that is in the ecstatic devotees, the ecstatic Vaishnavas. And then you will blossom automatically in your spiritual life. Everything becomes easy peasy, as you always say. So, and then you don't feel the guilty trip of, oh, am I following all these rules and regulations and all ekadasis, which is actually meant for neophytes to control the mind and to become steady and to become fixed in a spiritual path, but to make further progress towards that pure devotion, and that you can only receive by the mercy of the Lord, and especially the Lord's devotees, because the Lord likes to give credit to his pure devotees. He sends them to this world to deliver the fallen souls. And our Guru Srila Gaura Das is one of these empowered Shaktya Vesha avatars. as they call it in Shastra. They have the gift of pure devotion. They preach it, they live it, and if you listen to it, you will pick up that vibration. It will purify your consciousness, and ultimately also the symptoms of pure devotion will manifest in your body. So yeah, and that's why the devotees come every day here, to pick up that vibration, to feel the protection. You don't have to worry about Maya. Oh, Maya is attacking. Well, what can she do when the superior potency is here? So you are fully sheltered in this sangha. And those who are here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, they can prove it. So they can show it. And you see it in Lalita, you see it in Yoga, you see it in Govinda, and others in this sangha who have these ecstatic symptoms. They are not worried about, what is Maya doing? Is she attacking me? Well, no, she doesn't attack you because Maya sees you took shelter under the Govardhan hill, and Krishna is lifting that Govardhan hill with his little pinky. So for Krishna, it's just nothing, to give shelter to his pure devotees. But if we want to take shelter in an artificial way, then we get in trouble. Like most religious people, they think I can do it on the strength. When I follow the principles, then I have my shelter, but it's a kind of an artificial shelter. So the real shelter is where ecstatic devotion is, and then you don't have to worry about anything. And that's what I feel here when I come here.
I think, Freddie, now you have to go off and come back on, because it's not only crackling, but it's speeded up and all that stuff. So go off and come back on. Yeah. So yeah, isn't that amazing? That's you see, Lord Caitanya said that is correct. Whoever awakens devotion to Krishna is certainly a spiritual master. He didn't say, yes, it is correct. Those who wear a nice dhoti and have a position as guru are certainly the spiritual master, or have some external qualification, or have a PhD. Or did he say any of that, or did he say, yes, those who awaken devotion are certainly spiritual master? So that's the qualification. I mean, it's like, can you see the elephant in the room yet, anybody? Man, is it not so obvious? See, that's what you got to hear. We're so dumbed down by this Maya. You got to hear these truths over and over again to get it clear. It seemed like you guys who had previous gurus, did they awaken devotion in you? They're not really, a spiritual master. But, it could be like Prabhupada. Prabhupada, there was just nobody, it wasn't time to get this. You got to set a foundation. But who's doing it afterwards? They're still setting a foundation. Okay, fine. Everybody is still just setting foundation. But when you're ready for this is when you can relish these truths. See, makes the Lord really happy. Wow, he's happy that we're understanding, we're communicating. Don't you like people that get you, that understand you? What you think the Lord's any different? Wow, my real devotee now is getting me. He's really understanding what my mind is. Really, what you get from a real devotee is the real mind of the Lord. That's really it. And he's so happy and pleased that the devotee understands his mind and gives his mind to others. So watch out for those who say, oh, Gaurahari, I have another opinion from Gaurahari. What? You have another opinion from? I mean, I prove to you that this is Krishna's mind, because my happiness is just to bring forth Krishna's mind, Krishna's heart, Satchidananda. I mean, that's all. And if you disagree, well, there's some problem there, some contamination, obviously. I mean, prove that this is a contaminated statement. Prove that the Lord didn't actually say what I said. Prove it. But you can easily prove that the Lord didn't say what is a real guru through what they're teaching out there in religion, in Vaishnavism. The Lord didn't say, he didn't say that a guru wears a nice dhoti and sits on a high seat or has a T-lock on, has followed the rules and the regulations, and then the morning program, and it was initiated by Prabhupada, and has the GBC. Did he say any of that? Not even one thing of that. The essence is communicated here. The essence is, yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. That's it. The essence. No, like, but one who awakens devotional Krishna is certainly spiritual master. But they got to wear a dhoti. But they got to follow Ekadasi. But, yeah, but all these buts, the Lord didn't, I don't put any buts in there. So get your butt out of here. Get your butts out of here, man. I don't put any butts in the way, you butt heads out there, whoever you are. Get your butts out of there. I like just clear, right? Just as it is. Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual. Doesn't it have a nice ring to it there, Radhe? Nice ring. See? Gets rid of all the ding-a-lings. You know, if you're a ding-a-ling, go out there and follow some other conceptions, some other inferior knowledge. You know, we don't like inferior. We don't do inferior. We don't have an inferiority complex. See, we have a superiority complex. See, we bring the superior statements of the Lord. Therefore, we're protected from the false. As long as it comes from the Lord, no false ego. He has the biggest ego. He's okay with, so I'm just here to give his ego, his conception, his superior idea, right? Do you agree? That only if you have ecstatic love, I'm sure you'll agree. We bring the superior understanding, the superior path. But my path is no. Well, you gotta say what Lord Caitanya came to bring the superior path, right? And his choicest devotees, his chosen ones, bring that same path. Why change that? Why change the path? It's great. He brought how can I improve on that path? It's perfect as it was. We just got to bring it back on the stage of the world, right? Just associate with his ecstatic representatives, hear from them, get purified, sit in the dentist chair. Yeah. And very shortly, love of Krishna will awaken. Our devotion to Krishna will awaken. Attachment to Krishna will awaken. See, perfect as it is. We just do a rerun. The reruns are all ever fresh. You notice? I don't get bored. Preaching Bhagavad Gita 10:10, right, Freddie? You don't see me bored saying the same thing over, for 5 years. Yeah. Go ahead, Freddie. What do you have to say? Continue on, whatever you want to say. You're in charge. We'll follow your lead.
Oh my God, I'm in charge. Yeah, repetition is, well, can you hear me now? Is it clear? Not so clear? Is it still choppy? Okay. Yeah, repetition is just part of spiritual life. When we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, well, it's basically always the same 16 words. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the repetition in spiritual life is actually always new, because Krishna is the unlimited God with unlimited realizations, unlimited rasa emotions. So there is nothing boring in repeating always the same verses or the same mantra. That's one of the wonderful transcendental qualities of Krishna, that Krishna makes everything fresh, even when it's repeated millions and millions of times. Okay, what's happening here? So, okay, I think I will continue reading. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy just to speak of the glories of his devotees. Indeed, when he spoke of their glories, it was as if he had 5 faces. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then informed all his devotees, please hear about Mukunda's love of Godhead. It is a very deep and pure love, can only be compared to purified gold. Mukunda externally appears to be a royal physician engaged in governmental service, but internally he has deep love for Krishna, who can understand his love. One day Mukunda Dasa, the royal physician, was seated with the Muslim king on a high platform and was telling the king about medical treatment. While the king and Mukunda Das were conversing, a servant brought a fan made of peacock feathers to shade the king's head from the sun. Consequently, he held the fan above the king's head. Just by seeing the peacock feather fan, Mukunda Das became absorbed in ecstatic love of it and fell from the high platform onto the ground. The king feared that the royal physician had been killed, personally descended and brought him to consciousness. When the king asked Mukunda, where is it paining you? Mukunda replied, I am not very much pained. The king then inquired, Mukunda, why did you fall down? Being extraordinarily intelligent, the king could understand the whole affair. In his estimation, Mukunda was a most uncommon, exalted, liberated personality. Raghunandana is constantly engaged in serving Lord Krishna in the temple. Beside the entrance of the temple is a lake, and in its banks is a kadamba tree, which daily delivers 2 flowers to be used for Krishna's service. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again spoke to Mukunda with sweet words. Your duty is to earn both material and spiritual wealth. Furthermore, it's the duty of Raghunandana to always engage in Lord Krishna's service. He has no other intention but the service of Lord Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then ordered Narahari, I wish you to remain here with my devotees. In this way, the three of yours should always execute these 3 duties for the service of the Lord. Out of his costless mercy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave following directions to the brothers Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Nidya Vashyapati. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, in this age of Kali, Krishna is manifested in 2 forms, wood and water. Thus, by enabling the conditioned souls to see the wood and bathe in the water, he helps them become liberated. Lord Jagannatha is the Supreme Lord himself in the form of wood, and the river Ganges is the Supreme Lord himself in the form of water.
You know, I think it's getting a little bit late over there, isn't it? Is it what time is it over there?
It's 9:36 p.m.
Yeah. Why don't you guys take rest a little bit, you know? And I need to eat anyway. So that's great. Thank you, Freddie. Don't be a stranger. Come, you know, more often and read for us.
Come more cracking, man.
We need to like the cracking. You are the crackling man.
Oh my God.
All right. Should I do the Fanny song? No Fanny song today. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. Have a nice day. And we'll be back.